Level 1. The first door. You're 19, broke, bored, curious. You work part-time at a hardware store in a town nobody remembers the name of. Locks fascinate you, not because you want to steal, because you want to understand. At night, you watch videos, lock-picking hobbyists, lock sport clubs, old men who collect padlocks like trophies. You buy your first practice lock for $12. It sits on your desk like a puzzle daring you to solve it. 3 weeks in, you open it for the first time. Click. Your heart jumps. It feels like nothing else you've ever done. Your cousin hears about it. He laughs, then he stops laughing. You know people pay for that skill, he says. You shrug, but the seed is planted. A neighbor locks himself out of an old file cabinet. No big deal, you think. 10 minutes later, it's open. He hands you $40. You stare at the bill like it's the first sunrise you've ever seen. This is level 1, low risk, low reward. A hobby with a price tag on it. You don't know yet that this is a door, and doors, once opened, don't close the same way. Level 2. The favor economy. Word spreads fast in small towns. The kid who opens locks, that's your name now. A pawn shop owner calls you. His old safe jammed. Nothing valuable inside, he says. You believe him. You want to believe him. You crack it in 22 minutes. He pays you $80 and looks at you a second too long. You start keeping a notebook, lock brands, mechanisms, weak points. You study manufacturers like Scripture, Sargent and Greenleaf, Lagarde, old mechanical dial safes from the 70s. Your friends think you're just into locks. Your family thinks it's a phase. But something in you has changed. You feel useful, powerful, seen. Then a man in a leather jacket finds you outside a diner. He doesn't introduce himself. He just says, "I heard you're good." You say nothing. He slides a photo across the table. A safe, an address, no explanation. This is level 2. The favors have a face now, and the face has friends. Level 3. The first real job. You tell yourself it's just an old storage unit, abandoned property, no real owner, no real crime. That's the lie you need to sleep at night. The unit is dark, smells like rust and dust. The safe inside is bigger than anything you've touched. Your hands sweat under thin gloves. Every sound outside makes your pulse spike. You work the mechanism slowly. Feel for resistance. Feel for the give. 40 minutes pass like 4 hours. Click. Inside, cash, jewelry, a gun you pretend not to see. The man in the leather jacket takes it all. He hands you $500, more money than you've held in your life. You don't ask questions, not yet. Questions are for people who still think they can walk away. This is level 3. The line is crossed. There's no photo of a storage unit you actually believe anymore. Level 4. The apprentice. They start calling you for real work now, not favors, contracts. You meet Des, the man who runs the operation. Calm voice, expensive watch, eyes like a closed door. He doesn't threaten you. He doesn't have to. Des teaches you things the internet never could. How to read old safes by their manufacture date. How to listen for the sound most people ignore. How to move like you're not moving at all. Your risk grows. Real houses now. Real offices. Alarm systems, cameras, timing windows measured in seconds, not minutes. One night, a job goes sideways. A guard walks in early. Your whole body freezes. Des pulls you out through a service exit before anyone sees your face. In the car, he says one sentence that stays with you for years. Fear keeps you sharp. Panic gets you caught. You nod. You don't sleep that night, but you go back the next week anyway. This is level 4. The money is bigger. The stakes are bigger. The version of you from level 1 is already gone. Level 5. The specialist. 2 years in, you're not an amateur anymore. You're a specialist. People pay premium money for someone who can open anything without leaving a mark. Your targets change. Small businesses become private estates. Private estates become corporate back offices. You crack a safe in a lawyer's office at 2 a.m. Document, not cash. You don't know what's inside those folders. You don't want to know. Not knowing is how you survive. Des gives you a cut now, 15%. Your first month, you make more than your old year's salary. You buy nothing flashy, cash under a mattress, a second phone, a go bag by the door. You start feeling something new, control. Every lock is a decision only you can make. Every job depends on your steady hands. But control has a cost. You flinch at sirens now. You check mirrors twice before entering any building. Your sleep gets shorter. Your temper gets shorter too. This is level 5. Power tastes like adrenaline and silence always has a price. Level 6. The inner circle. Des invites you to a private meeting. Men you've never seen. Money you've never imagined. This isn't local anymore. This is a network. They call you the hands, the person who makes locked things open. Every organization needs someone like you, and now everyone knows your name in rooms you've never physically entered. Your jobs multiply. A jewelry vault in another city, a backroom safe behind a nightclub that launders more than drinks, a university research lab with a safe holding something you're told not to ask about. You start carrying a weapon you never planned to carry, not because you want to use it, because everyone around you has one. Money floods in. 50,000, 80,000, more in a single month than most people see in 5 years. You buy a car under someone else's name. You rent an apartment you never sleep in twice. You start speaking less, trusting less, feeling less. This is level 6. You are inside the machine now, and machines don't care about the people they use. Level 7. The target on your back. Success breeds enemies. A rival crew hears about the hands and wants you for themselves, or wants you gone. One night, a black car follows you for 6 blocks. You duck into an alley, heart hammering. It passes, but it doesn't feel like luck. It feels like a warning. Des tells you to lay low. You don't listen. The money is too good. The addiction to power is too strong. You take a job that feels wrong from the start, a private vault owned by someone connected to people far more dangerous than Des, the kind of people who don't hire cleanup crews. They become the cleanup. You crack the safe in record time. Inside, more cash than you've ever seen in one place, bundles stacked like bricks in a wall. But there's a second door behind the first, a door that shouldn't exist. Behind it, ledgers, names, numbers that mean something you don't want to understand. You take the cash, you leave the ledgers. That decision saves your life. It also marks the beginning of the end. This is level 7. You've seen too much, and people who see too much don't get to walk away clean. Level 8. Paranoia. You stop trusting phones. You stop trusting faces. You stop trusting silence, because silence used to feel safe, and now it feels like a countdown. Des goes quiet for 2 weeks. No calls, no jobs, no warnings. Then you hear he's gone. Not arrested. Gone. Nobody explains what that means. Nobody has to. You move 3 times in a month. Cash in a bag, not a bank. You sleep with your shoes on. You flinch at knocks that turn out to be nothing. A courier warns you your name came up in someone else's interrogation, not police. Worse, people who don't read you your rights before deciding your fate. You take one more job. Tell yourself it's the last one. Everyone in this life says that at least once before it becomes true or fatal. The safe is in a private residence outside the city. Bigger risk, bigger reward, bigger mistake. This is level 8. The money stopped feeling like power. It started feeling like bait. Level 9. The final job. The house sits behind iron gates and old trees, security cameras you can't fully map, a safe embedded in solid concrete, not just a wall. You've cracked hundreds of locks. This one fights you like it knows your name. 20 minutes pass, then 40. Sweat soaks through your shirt. Somewhere outside, a car door closes. Too close, too soon. You force yourself to stay calm. Panic gets you caught. Dez's voice in your head, even now. Finally, the mechanism gives. The safe opens. Inside isn't cash, it's proof. Photos, documents, a hard drive with a red sticker on it. This wasn't a heist. This was a message being delivered to the wrong person, and that person is you. Footsteps in the hallway, real ones this time. You grab what you can and run. This is level 9. The line between hunter and hunted disappears completely.